Welcome back students to online learning platform Gyan Mantra Vidyapeeth online education. I hope students that you all are fine and safe at your home. Students, today we are going to continue the lesson from the supplementary book Snapshot. The name of this lesson is The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, written by William Serra. Students, up to last video lecture, we had discussed in the portion about the horse and the two cousins Aram and Morar. These two cousins are riding upon the horse. So let's have the recap of this lesson. Students, both the cousins Aram and Mora, they are very poor people. They are very well known for the quality of honesty. Even not only these two people, these two cousins, but the entire family is very well known for this quality of honesty. It so happens that Morad stole the beautiful white horse and shows to Aram. Aram cannot believe at the very first time that these beautiful white horse can be their own. But he cannot control over the passion of riding upon the horse. And that's why he agrees for the ride. These two cousins, Morad and Aram, rode upon the horse, and it so happens that Aram wants to ride the horse alone, but Morad denies, and first he rides upon the horse. When Aram rides upon the horse runs very fast, very quickly, in such a way that actually the way was something different. It was something strange, and that's why Morad shouted that I'm not worried about you, Aram, but actually I'm worried about the horse, because the horse was running through the road but not through the field or the forest or the hilly area. And that's why he became worried, because he was knowing that the horse was stolen, and that's why it was very risky. Suppose the horse runs through the road. Okay students, so up to that portion we discussed in the last video lecture. Now let's continue this lesson. Okay students, you may keep your textbook with you. I continue down the road and my cousin, here I means Aram. I continued down the road and my cousin Mora went across the field towards the irrigation ditch. It took him half an hour to find the horse and bring him back, because horse was running through the different area on the roadside area, and that's why it took a lot of time, and it was dangerous also for both the brothers, because the horse was stolen. Suppose the horse runs through the road and the owner of the horse finds that, then it is possibility that the blame can be there and everything can be exposed. Alright, he said, jump on. The whole world is awake now. Now it is morning time. Now it is not early morning. Now all the people are awakened. Nobody is sleeping now. What will we do? I said. Aram is asking this question. Now what is going to be happen? What will we do? Well, he said, we'll either take him back or hide him until tomorrow morning. We'll either take him back, means either we have to return it or we have to hide this horse from all the people, because they cannot show this horse to anybody, because everybody knows that these are poor people. So naturally the question can be arised about this horse, because it cannot be purchased. Next paragraph, he didn't sound worried, and I knew he would hide him and not take him back. Not for a while, at any rate. He didn't sound worried. He was not worried. Morad was not worried, because he was not interested to show the horse to anybody. He was interested to hide the horse because he was not able to control the passion about this riding the horse. He was liking this beautiful white horse a lot, and that's why Aaron knew that at any cost, at any rate, Morad was not able, he was not ready to show the horse anyway, and that's why he will hide the horse at any cost. Where will we hide him? I said. Rather, I asked. I know a place, he said. Morad has some idea. How long ago did you steal this horse? I said. Now, for the very first time, Arab asked this question to Morad, that actually, how long ago did you steal this horse? It means, when did you steal this horse? How much the time? How long ago? It suddenly dawned on me that he had been taking these early morning rides for some time and had come for me this morning only because he knew how much. Who said anything about stealing a horse? He said. Anyhow, I said, how long ago did you begin riding every morning? Now, Morad replies about the stealing the horse that actually this morning only he had that horse with him. Now, Morad tries to avoid the questions. He tries to avoid the answers even. Not until this morning, he said. Are you telling the truth? Now Adam doubts. He thinks that there is something strange. Actually, he has doubt that Morad is speaking a lie. That is not the truth. Everything that he is saying. Then what is the truth? That he needs to find out. Of course not. Are you telling the truth? I said. It means I means Aram. Aram said. Are you telling the truth? Of course not. He said. But if we are found out, that's what you are to say. I don't want both of us to be liars. All you know is that we started riding this morning. Alright? I said. Here, Morad tries to convince Adam that suppose we are going to be caught, then what will be happened? I don't wish that we both will be proved as liars, and that's why you have to support me. And ultimately, Adam agrees. See students, what I said here, I don't want both of us to be liars. All you know is that what we started riding this morning. It means you don't know anything, you have to believe this, and you just know the thing that we started riding this morning, nothing else. So that we both cannot be proved liars. That's why. Next, he walked the horse quietly to the barn of the deserted vineyard, which at one time had been the pride of a farmer named Fat. There were some oats and dry alfalfa in that barn. We began walking home. It wasn't easy, he said, to get the horse to behave so nicely. Actually, he wants to say that it is not so easy to handle with the horse. It's the kind of different and difficult deal to do with the horses. Why? Because horse is not familiar with these two people, especially with Arab, and that's why Morad explains him that it's not so easy to deal with horses. But then also they are trying well, especially Morad is well to do with so. But it is different and difficult too. At first it wanted to run wild, but as I told you, I have a way with a horse. I can get it to want to do anything I wanted to do. Horses understand me. Actually, he says that I have the way that horses can understand me. I can do whatever I want to do, and even I have that trick also that the horses will do whatever I want to do with them. They will cooperate me. I have this technique, I have this trick so that the task becomes that much easier for me. Students, from this passage we can find a new word. Alfalfa means a flowering plant. That's the kind of flowering plant. Next paragraph. How do you do it? I said. I means here Adam. I have an understanding with a horse. He said. Yes, but what sort of an understanding? I said. Adam is saying that I have that kind of understanding with horse, that horse believe me and I can do whatever I want to do, and even I have that trick that horses also will do whatever I want to do with them. This kind of technique I have. And Aram asked this, of course you have this technique, but how kind of technique? How do you do all these things? Here Aram becomes curious, he becomes excited to know all these things. A simple and honest one, he said. This technique, this trick is very simple and honest one. Well, I said, I will show you how to reach an understanding like that with a horse. He's very interested. Adam is very much interested to develop this understanding with the horses. That's why he says he becomes very much eager that I also wish I also have this will to develop this understanding with the horse. You are still a small boy, he said. He means Mora. Mora told him that you are still little boy, a small boy. When you get to be 13, you'll know how to do it. Means still he's not that much elder, so he's little boy, and that's why he cannot know what to do with the horse, and that's why he told Aaron that when he'll become of 13, he will automatically know what to do with the horses. I went home and ate a hearty breakfast. Now Aaron returned to home and he had the breakfast, the first meal of the day. You know, students, the logic behind this word breakfast, the kind of meal that breaks our fast. That's why it is called breakfast. The meal that breaks our fast, that is breakfast. Because you know, during the night time when we sleep and when we wake up, in between this duration we don't eat anything, we sleep on. So that is the kind of fast, the kind of little fast, and that's why it is called breakfast, the first meal of morning. This is the logic behind this word. Let's proceed further. That afternoon, my uncle Khosrow came to our house for coffee and cigarettes. He sat in the parlor. Here the parlor means the sitting area of home, that is parlor, sipping and smoking and remembering the old country. Here the very interesting and little bit crazy and short-tempered character Uncle Khosrow. Again this character entered to this story, and for what has he come? He has arrived for coffee and cigarettes, and at the sitting place at the parlor he sat and sips and smokes and remembers the old country days. Then another visitor arrived, a farmer named John Bhatt, and Azarian who, out of loneliness, had learned to speak Armenian. Now another character, another visitor arrived at the place. My mother brought the lonely visitor coffee and tobacco. Now for this visitor, my mother means the mother of Adam, brought the lonely visitor coffee and tobacco, and he rolled a cigarette and sipped and smoked. And then, at last, sighing sadly, he said, "My white horse, which was stolen last month, is still gone. I cannot understand it." Now, what did this person, this fellow, this visitor say? That my horse has been stolen. He's gone somewhere, has been stolen somewhere. I don't know, and I even cannot understand about that. Still, that it's not been returned. Now, this visitor, this strange visitor, has this complaint about the stealing the horse, and Morad has brought, rather, he has stolen the horse from somewhere. So, is it that there is some connection between these two things? Is it the same horse that the visitor complains about? Let's see what happens. My Uncle Khosrow became very irritated and shouted, "It's no harm. What is the loss of a horse? Haven't we all lost the homeland? What is this crying over a horse?" Uncle Khosrow shouts. He becomes irritated. He doesn't like this kind of complaint. What does it say? See. What is the loss of a horse? If you lost the horse, then what's about that? It's not a big deal. Nothing to do with that. Haven't we all lost the homeland? You lost the horse only. Have we lost everything? The land and homes. What is this crying over a horse? You are crying over a horse just because you lost the horse. Crying for this thing. He shouts and he becomes irritated, because he is habituated and he has this nature. New words, students, we can find here. Parlor, as I said, a sitting space in a house. Okay, students, so up to this portion we will end up today. Your today's homework is you have to describe the story behind horse and the thinking of Mor and Aram for the horse. The thinking of these two people you have to describe, and actually what's the story behind the horse. Story means the fact behind the horse, the reality of the horse, whether is it stolen or purchased or what's about that, the owner and all, that you have to describe in these answer. Suppose you find any kind of difficulty to understand, any difficulty you find, you are free to ask me anytime. I would like to help you, to support you, to guide you. You have to work hard and you have to cooperate. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.